Hello everyone, today we're going to be solving LeetCode problem 2011 called Final Value of Variable After Performing Operations. There is a programming language with only 4 operations on one variable x. ++ x and x++ increments the value of the variable x by 1. - x and x - decrements the value of variable x by 1. Initially, the value of x is 0, so we can write down here sin x as 0 based on this statement. Given an array of string operations containing the list of operations, return the final value of x after performing all these operations. So let's see what we got here. In the first example, we are shown that given the operations of string - x, x++, x++, the output will be 1, because at the beginning x is 0, it's gonna decrement by 1, so it becomes -1, then we increment it by 1, it becomes 0, and we increment it again, so it becomes 1. So the problem of this seems pretty straightforward. It doesn't seem too complicated, so let's go ahead and solve it. First, we're gonna create our for loop. Inside of for loop, what we're gonna do is we'll use size of vector, size of operations vector as the expression for the for loop. So this will be our statement on how many times the for loop is gonna run. So first I'm gonna show you the most basic way we can, since we are given here instructions that the operations I, meaning that this vector of string will be either ++ x, x++, - x, or x -. We can basically write for all of them just if statements saying if operations at the index I equal to ++ x, if x will be incremented. Else if operations I equal to x++, x will be incremented again. Else if operations at the I equal to, now we are gonna decrement it. We'll write x -. Else if operations I equal to x -, x will be decremented again. See, here's some typo, operations, and after we have completed our for loop, just gonna return x back to the main function. Let's see what we got here. We initialized the x as 0 at the beginning. We created the for loop that's gonna run based on this expression here. So we get all the test cases: x++, x, ++ x, x++, - x, x -. Right, looks good. Let's see if it works. It doesn't work because we have some type of issues. Operations size. Alright, it works. And it works. It is accepted. The second way to do this problem is we are still gonna create a for loop called int I, called operations dot size of it I++, but in this case we only gonna use two expressions in the if statement. So what it's gonna look like is like if operations at the I is equal to ++ x, or operations at I equal to x++. Increment x by ++, increment x by 1, else x is decremented by 1. Return x. So this one is a little bit easier to understand. I mean, the previous was the easier to understand, but this one takes less time to write, since we are given that we will only have 4 expressions in the operations vector. So we can just write in the first if statement that we include ++x, x++. So basically everything else will be minus minus x and x minus minus. So idea is pretty much the same, and this if statement will work either when the operations y is equal to this ++x or x++. Let's see if it works. Yes, it does. Let's run it. And yes, it does as well.